You do it every morning. Keys in, engine on, and you're gone. It feels completely normal. It feels like nothing. But in that 60-second window between turning the key and leaving the driveway, your BMW is either being protected or slowly being damaged. And most owners are doing it wrong. Every single morning, for years, without a single warning light, without a single symptom, until one day, the bill arrives. I'm going to walk you through 8 cold start mistakes that are quietly wrecking BMW engines right now. Some of these are going to surprise you. A couple of them are things you were specifically told to do, and they're actually making it worse. If you drive a BMW, you need to watch this before you start your car tomorrow morning. Let's get into it. Mistake 1. Idling for 10 or more minutes to warm it up. Your dad did it. Your neighbor does it. Start the car, come back inside, pour another coffee. Come out 15 minutes later feeling like they've done the car a favor. They haven't. They've been slowly killing the catalytic converter. BMW's own engineers, confirmed at factory visits by automotive journalists, have stated that extended cold idling is bad for modern BMW engines. Here's why. When the DME detects a cold start, it deliberately raises idle to around 1,300 to 1,500 revolutions per minute and runs a richer fuel mixture to heat the catalytic converters quickly. That's by design. It's supposed to be brief. But sit there idling for 10 or 15 minutes, and you're building up a carbon coating on the palladium inside those cats. That coating causes them to fail earlier than they should. And catalytic converter replacements on a BMW, we're talking well over $1,000, often more. Here's the other thing most people don't realize. The engine barely warms up at idle. At 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside, it can take 7 to 8 miles of actual driving before BMW engine oil reaches proper operating temperature. Sitting in your driveway gets you nowhere close to that. The fix: 30 to 60 seconds of idle, then drive away with a light foot. Gentle driving is how a modern BMW engine warms up properly, not your driveway. Mistake 2. Hammering the turbo before oil is warmed up. If your BMW was built after about 2011, it almost certainly has a turbocharged engine. N20, N54, N55, B58, S58, all of them. And this mistake is specifically for you. Your turbocharger spins at up to 200,000 revolutions per minute. It has one job that keeps it alive: engine oil. Oil cools it. Oil lubricates the shaft bearings. That's it. No oil equals no turbo. And here's where it gets expensive. Cold oil is thick, slow oil. It hasn't reached the viscosity it needs to properly protect those bearings yet. When you start a cold BMW and immediately get aggressive on the throttle, wide open boost on a cold morning, you're spinning that turbo shaft at extreme speed with oil that's still sluggish. The bearings heat up, friction builds, and over time, the shaft wears faster than it ever should. This is one of the leading causes of premature BMW turbocharger failure. And a turbo replacement on a BMW runs anywhere from $2,000 on the low end to $4,000 or more, depending on the engine, sometimes significantly more. What most owners notice first: a faint whistle or whine that wasn't there before, oil consumption that starts climbing, or blue smoke on cold starts. By the time you notice those signs, the damage is already done. The fix: for the first several miles after a cold start, keep boost levels low and avoid hard acceleration. Let the oil circulate and warm up first. The car will tell you it's ready. Once the coolant temp is stable, you can drive normally. Mistake 3. Revving the engine the second it starts. This is the biggest killer on this list. And ironically, it's the mistake car enthusiasts make the most. You start the BMW. It fires up. You blip the throttle. It sounds incredible. You think you're warming it up faster. You're not. You're sandpapering your engine from the inside. Here's what's actually happening. Metal contracts in the cold. Your piston rings, cylinder walls, camshaft lobes, rod bearings. They're all slightly smaller than they are at operating temperature. These parts are engineered to fit perfectly at around 90 degrees Celsius. That's their design clearance. When you cold rev, you're slamming those contracted components against each other at high speed, before oil pressure has had a chance to coat every surface. The pistons are moving laterally inside the cylinders. Mechanics call this piston slap, and you can sometimes hear it as a faint knock or rattle those first few seconds. Over time, this scores your cylinder walls and wears your piston rings. It's not dramatic. It doesn't trigger a warning light. It just quietly shortens your engine's life. The fix: let the BMW idle for 30 to 60 seconds after a cold start. That's it. Then drive away gently. Keep revs under 3,000 revolutions per minute until the coolant temp needle is sitting in its normal range. That's how BMW says to warm a modern engine. Mistake 4. Using the wrong oil viscosity. This one might be the most underrated mistake on this entire list, because it doesn't cause a dramatic failure. It just quietly destroys things, over months, over years, and you never connect it back to the cause. BMW's VANOS system runs entirely on oil pressure, and it is extremely sensitive to what oil you're running. VANOS, Variable Nockenwellen-Steuerung, BMW's variable valve timing system, uses hydraulic oil pressure to move the camshaft timing sprockets. Inside those VANOS solenoids are fine mesh screens that filter oil before it hits the precision valve surfaces. If the oil is the wrong viscosity, too thick or too thin, the system can't move the camshafts fast enough to hit their target positions. The result is fault codes, rough cold idle, sluggish low-end response, and in worst cases, misfires that start fouling your spark plugs and damaging your catalytic converters. Wrong spec oil also builds up varnish on those solenoid screens over time. Every startup, every heat cycle, the restriction gets worse, and eventually, you're looking at VANOS solenoid replacement, or worse, a full VANOS rebuild. BMW specifies the LL01 or LL04 standard for most of their modern engines. That's not marketing. It's an engineering requirement. A quick lube shop that puts in something close enough because it's the same weight? Not good enough for a BMW. The fix: always use BMW-approved full synthetic oil at the correct viscosity listed in your owner's manual. Typically 5W, 30, or 0W. 30, depending on your engine. Look for LL01 or LL04 certification on the bottle. This one change protects more of your engine than almost anything else. Mistake 5. Ignoring that cold start rattle. You know the sound. BMW fires up. There's a faint ticking, sometimes described as marbles in a tin can, sometimes almost like a diesel knock. Lasts maybe 2 seconds. Then it smooths out. Everything sounds fine, and you forget about it. This is where most BMW owners get fooled. It goes away does not mean it's fine. That sound on cold start is often VANOS related. Inside the VANOS pistons are rubber O-ring seals. They degrade from heat cycles and age. They harden, they shrink, they lose their sealing ability. When the seals are failing, the VANOS system can't hold oil pressure on startup. For those first 2 or 3 seconds, you hear it. A very brief rattle under 1 second as oil pressure builds is somewhat normal. But if that rattle is lasting 2 or 3 seconds, and especially if it's getting longer since you first noticed it, that's a VANOS seal telling you it's on its way out. Left alone, a degraded VANOS system causes rough cold idle that takes longer and longer to smooth out. Loss of low-end power, hesitation on acceleration, and eventually misfires. The misfires then foul spark plugs. The fouled plugs dump unburned fuel into the catalytic converters. One problem cascades into 3. The fix: VANOS seal kits are a relatively affordable repair. Typically $150 to $300 in parts for a DIY, more at a shop. Catching it at the rattle stage saves you from a much bigger bill downstream. Start your car cold tomorrow and actually listen for those first few seconds. Your BMW is telling you something. Mistake 6. Ignoring battery health before winter. This one sounds simple, but there's a BMW-specific trap inside it that costs owners hundreds of dollars every single year because they don't know it exists. Cold temperatures destroy battery performance. At 32 degrees Fahrenheit, a standard lead-acid battery loses about 20% of its cranking power. At 0 degrees Fahrenheit, that number can hit 50%. Half the battery's output. BMW's electronics and engine management systems draw significant current at startup. And if the battery can't deliver a strong, clean crank, you get rough starts, sluggish ignition, and false fault codes in the DME. But here's the part mechanics love, because most people never know it until it's too late. BMW vehicles use an intelligent battery sensor, the IBS. mounted directly on the negative battery terminal. That sensor monitors your battery's state of charge and health and reports it to the DME. The DME then adjusts its charging strategy around that specific battery's profile. If you replace the battery without registering the new one, using BMW-specific diagnostic software, the DME still thinks it's managing the old, worn-out battery, so it continues charging on the old profile, which means your brand new battery gets incorrectly managed from day one. Overcharged in some conditions, undercharged in others. You'll kill a new battery in a year or two and never understand why. The fix: have your battery tested before winter. Most BMW specialists do this free. If it's over 4 years old and showing weak output, replace it. And always register the new battery with BMW software. This is non-negotiable on any BMW built in the last 15 years. Mistake 7. Only taking short trips in cold weather. This one is a lifestyle mistake, and it compounds every other mistake on this list. In cold weather, BMW engines take significantly longer to reach full operating temperature. If your daily drive is 2 miles to the train station or 1 mile to the coffee shop, your engine never actually gets warm, and that has consequences. Here's what's actually happening inside. Incomplete combustion pushes unburned fuel and moisture past the piston rings into your oil sump. This is called fuel dilution, and it's turning your engine oil into a progressively worse lubricant with every short trip. The oil thins where it needs to be viscous, and acids accumulate that slowly corrode internal metal surfaces. It's slow, invisible damage, until your next oil sample or oil analysis reveals that your 7,000-mile oil looks like it's seen 15,000. BMW's extended oil change intervals, sometimes up to 15,000 miles, are designed around normal usage patterns where the engine reaches full temperature regularly. If you're doing short cold trips constantly, you are not that use case. Your oil is degrading much faster than the service indicator assumes. The fix: if your lifestyle involves a lot of short winter trips, change your oil more frequently than BMW's service interval suggests. And whenever possible, combine short errands into one longer drive, so the engine gets a full heat cycle. That single habit protects your engine more than almost any add-on product you could buy. Mistake 8. Shutting down immediately after a hard run in the cold. This one barely gets talked about, but on a turbocharged BMW, which is most of them built in the last 15 years, it matters more than people realize. You've been on the motorway, engine's fully up to temperature. You've had some fun. You pull into your driveway and immediately kill the ignition. Engine off. Walk inside. Inside that turbo housing, the temperature can exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius under hard use. And the second you shut off, the oil circulation stops. Any oil sitting in the hot turbo housing, instead of circulating and carrying heat away, begins to cook. It characters. It carbonizes. Those deposits build up on the turbo shaft bearings. Mechanics call this coking, and it is a slow death for your turbo. Modern BMWs have water-jacketed turbos and electric water pumps that help manage heat soak after shutdown, but they are not a complete solution, particularly in cold weather, where the thermal shock between a red-hot turbo and cold ambient air is extreme. What most owners notice first: an oil smell after shutdown, then a whistle that comes and goes, then blue smoke. By then, the coking is already well advanced. The fix: if you've been driving hard, highway, track day, spirited back road, give the engine 60 to 90 seconds of light idle before shutting off. That's the turbo cool down. It lets the oil carry residual heat away from the housing before circulation stops. 90 seconds. That's the entire cost of this habit. So there you have it. 8 cold start mistakes, all of them backed by real BMW engineering. The short version: 30 to 60 seconds of idle on a cold start. Drive gently until the temps are up. Use the right oil spec: LL01 or LL04. Register your battery when you replace it. Listen to your engine on those first cold seconds. And if you've been on it hard, let the turbo breathe before you switch off. Which one of these were you doing? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And tell me what BMW you're driving. I want to know. If you want me to go deep on the Vanos system, what it actually does, how to diagnose it yourself, and what a proper repair looks like, that video is next. Subscribe and you won't miss it.